What's up, everyone? Welcome to Rivas Talk Sports. My name is John, and today we're going to be talking about the player props best picks for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Detroit Lions game. And we're going to be starting off with our passing props. We're going to talk about Jared Goff. He loves to play at home. His home splits as a passer are way better at home than they are on the road. Higher completion percentage, more touchdowns, high QBR versus NFC South opponents this season. He's averaging about 19 completions, 29 attempts, 65% completion percentage, 6 touchdowns, 1 interceptions, and about 230 passing yards against Carolina and New Orleans Saints, who have quality pass defense. He's had multiple touchdown games where they will be going against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are near the bottom in pass defense. So the best player prop for Jared Goff will be Jared Goff under 283.5 passing yards, and you can grab it at minus 115. Okay, so Baker Mayfield. Um, this team performs very well when they're on the road, especially as an underdog. They have that little fight to them. So they play well on the road as opposed to playing at home. They're going against a very passive Detroit Lions defense as they when they go against passers. Baker Mayfield's away splits are very efficient. He has 18 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and 100.2 QBR as opposed to playing at home. He's averaging about 2.3 passing touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 290.3 passing yards with a QBR of 122.4 versus NFC North opponents. Detroit ranks number 30 in opponents' passing yards allowed per game at 253.4. So the best player prop for Baker Mayfield is over 263.5 passing yards. You can grab that on DraftKings at minus 115. All right, so for the rushing player props on the Tampa Bay side, we have Rashad White. He tends to perform better on the road than he does at home. He's going against a very stout Detroit Lions rush defense, and on the road and against the NFC North, he's averaging less than one rushing touchdown and 1 receiving touchdown versus the NFC North this year. He's averaging about 3 receptions against the NFC North. Since they are going against a very tough Detroit Lions rush defense, I expect Baker to utilize Rashad White a lot out of the backfield just to kind of open up the passing game for them, just to kind of slice through the Lions defense. So I have Rashad White player prop alternative spread receiving 25 plus, and you can grab that at plus 105 on DraftKings. Then for Montgomery and Gibbs, they will be splitting carries. Tampa Bay Buccaneers have a really good rush defense, so I believe that they'll utilize Gibbs more out of the backfield than they would Montgomery. So I feel like this will be more of a Gibbs receiving kind of game, since they'll use the pass to kind of get through Tampa Bay, especially at home. Tampa Bay's rush defense, they're top 5 in rush touchdowns allowed and top 10 in rush. I apologize. They're top 5 in rushing touchdowns allowed. So since this will be a passing game, the best player prop will be for Jahmyr Gibbs, longest reception over 12 and a half receiving yards. You could grab that at plus 100. All right, and then now to the last props, and this will be for the receiving props. On the Tampa Bay side, I have Mike Evans. He's had a touchdown in every single game versus the NFC North. Against the NFC North, he is averaging about 98 receiving yards, 5.3 receptions, and getting about 6.8 targets. His height will be an advantage against this Detroit defense, especially with their defensive backs. Mike Evans is 6'5". I expect Baker to utilize Mike Evans a lot to score some points and hopefully try to upset this Lions team. And the best player prop that I have is Mike Evans over 80 receiving yards. You could grab that at minus 105. And then we on the Detroit Lions side, we have Sam Laporta. He is a touchdown machine at home. Then he is on the road. 9 touchdowns at home, 1 touchdown on the road. He's averaged about 1 touchdown per game against the NFC South. His last game against the Buccaneers, he had 4 receptions and 36 receiving yards. Tampa Bay's main focus will to remove Amon-Ra St. Brown out of the passing game, and I believe this will help open space for Laporta. So the best player prop for this game for Sam Laporta will be over receiving alternative yards, and that will be 50 plus, and you can grab that at plus 130. And these are my player props for this game. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great weekend.